Yeah, I'm just saying, I can't work like this. You gotta send me something good, like, I don't know, like Bunny and Clyde, or, that was a good movie, or like, the original Dracula with Bela Lugosi. That was, yeah, I mean, something like that. Something good, okay? Please send me something good, because Conan, the TV series, that was brutal. Okay, bye.
Fuck you!
First Freddy versus Jason, then Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus, then Mega Shark versus Quackosaurus, Cowboys and Aliens. Now Bonnie and Clyde versus Dracula. This is what it's come to. Why not my ass versus my balls? The final conflict. My ass, my balls, head to head, man. Well, head to balls. Ass to balls. Our masterpiece begins with a man with no skin lying on the ground in pain. Okay, I think this is all Dracula, ladies and germs. Meanwhile, in another movie, Bunny and Clyde take over a bunch of people's house before killing a couple of idiots who were just about to do a bit of robbing themselves. Bunny is portrayed as this near psychotic, trigger-happy bitch, and Clyde as a somewhat more level-headed but equally trigger-happy crook. And weirdly enough, they're portrayed pretty well by both actors. Wait, what the fuck? A compliment? To this film? Oh, shut up. I'm sure it still sucks.
Come in. Well?
There it is. Here we have, in the Dracula corner, Dr. Lovelace, a mad scientist with a potato bag on his head, whose main goal is to bring Dracula back to life. Because then what it can do, what can happen is, I don't know. I don't remember. I don't care. We meet his little sister Annabelle, who might have mental problems, I'm not sure.
Loo, skip to my loo, skip to my loo, my darling. I'll get a brother that's better than you. I'll get a brother that's better than you. I'll get a brother that's better than you. Skip to my loo, my...
Meanwhile, yes, why do I get the feeling like I'm gonna be saying meanwhile quite a lot? Meanwhile, Bunny and Clyde are kidnapped by rednecks, and yeah, that doesn't go down very well. This somehow turns our heroes on, and they have a little poke in the woods to celebrate. Gross. In the meantime, we find out that Dr. Lovelace is in fact feeding innocent women to Dracula so he can gain energy and gradually auto-reconstruct Hellraiser style, while Annabelle partakes in more chillingly idiotic activities as French-style music plays in the background. How delightfully whimsical. Moving on. Meanwhile, Bunny and Clyde stumble onto some barn where they meet a pretty unfriendly bunch, but, most importantly, Clyde's friend Henry, who despite being a well-meaning fellow, doesn't seem quite as demented as his buddies. One does get the feeling that he might die very, very soon. But, in the meantime, Bunny has some rotten donkey meat, Clyde kills some random guy. Wait, why? Why? Why did you do that?
Don't you never ask me why I did that. Never.
Fair enough. Meanwhile, back at Hell Mansion, it's revealed that in fact, poor old Annabelle has been wearing a Battle Royale style shock collar the entire time. This is apparently because Dracula cannot be touched by innocents, and her purity, I guess, makes her valuable to Dr. Lovelace, because I don't care. I already don't care.
Shut your mouth, old man.
Meanwhile, oh for fuck's sakes movie, could you please somehow make your mind up and put those two plots together already? Jesus, I don't remember Crocosaurus having his own subplot. God. Anyway, Henry's digging a grave for the guy Clyde randomly killed when we get this story.
So, he stakes him down bent over a stump. Then, he pulls down his pants and pours whiskey on his balls.
I don't think I want to hear any more of this story.
You ain't heard nothing. Next, Bill brings out a goat. So the goat, tongue like sandpaper, starts licking.
His ass?
His balls.
Who wrote this?
His balls fell right out.
Okay, I gotta give the film credit though, that was pretty funny. Wait, what the fuck, another compliment? Oh, f off. And why do I get the feeling that we're gonna cut back to Annabelle acting fucking stupid again?
Hello everybody and welcome to the Annabelle Show. Today's special guest star, Annabelle.
Great. Annabelle is indeed playing with her goth puppets before dressing up like Tank Girl and asking for mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes?
What?
Is he eating mashed potatoes?
No, he's not.
No mashed potatoes. Again.
A lot. This is of course before we learn that Dr. Loveless is in fact a skinless rubber robot thing. Annabelle is then forced to take part in something called the process, which I think has to do with a potent type of diarrhea.
I hate the process.
Meanwhile, the old guy from the barn grabs his own ass. Thanks. And Henry and the gang have a long, boring talk in the bar. Okay, so you've got Bonnie and Clyde in your film. Okay, so what are you gonna do? Get them to come out and do stuff? Or put them all in the barn and get them to chat with each other? What's Dracula doing right now? Eating cereal? Anyway, Bonnie and Clyde and the old guy finally go rob some people. There's a shootout with hardly 1940s weapons. And things go very wrong. Meanwhile, Annabelle tries to escape. Duh, shock collar. Are we ever gonna see Bonnie and Clyde versus Dracula? Hell, are we ever gonna see Dracula? I'm losing hope, you guys. I'm losing hope. So Annabelle learns that her beloved brother is actually pretty cool with getting rid of her.
If it will ease your mind, I shall dispose of her tomorrow. A shame. I'd always imagined you feasting upon her.
Yeah, I heard there was a doctor here.
My brother is a doctor.
Alright, well, where's he at?
Upstairs in his study.
Oh my fucking god, is it true? Have the plots finally merged together? Great, I just came. Yes, Bonnie finally meets Annabelle, and by this point I'm too fucking amazed and happy to even listen to anything they say. Blah 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 blah. I'm just happy I can get that meanwhile out of my face. Bonnie walks in and sees Dracula casually chatting with Dr. Potato Bag.
What the hell kind of freak show is this?
And just as Dr. Loveless puts on his party clothes, Dracula kills Bonnie. No! Wait, actually Bonnie and Clyde versus Dracula? That's not much of a contest, is it? Dracula's a vampire.
Well, that was an unexpected bit of luck, eh?
And delicious. Not a drop of innocence in that one.
My ass versus my balls was a fair contest. Anyway, now the film finally gets interesting. 10 minutes to go. Henry sadly but unsurprisingly gets killed in a shootout, in which he does take some whore with him. Then we get some kind of Addams Family style dinner party. Who are these fucking people? Dracula and Vampire Bonnie walk in while Annabelle plays with her chocolate and finally helps to free them. Well done. Well done. Now go away. Much to my pleasure, Clyde does make his way to the castle and Dracula calls on all vampires to awake. Yeah, to make an already fair contest fucking impossible. After a struggle, Clyde is strangled for some reason, but he is saved by, believe it or not, Annabelle, who finally makes herself useful. And only an hour and 20 minutes in. The vampire guests miraculously let Annabelle through thanks to her innocence, as Clyde turns Vampire Bunny back to his side and we get the most awesome scene of the film. Bunny and Clyde shooting at vampires.
I'm never gonna be one of them.
Why couldn't Robert Rodriguez direct this? Annabelle tells off her brother, finally.
There's something I want to tell you.
Go on. I'm curious what passes for parting words from a half-wit like you.
I want to tell you that you're an awful brother.
Ooh, that must have hurt. She does get a proper revenge though, in a pretty lame-ass electrical effect.
Annabelle!
The film ends with a weird dog moment, Clyde feeding Bunny, who is pretty much stuck with being a vampire. And Annabelle walking off in the sunset, never to return again. The end. I don't quite know how to put this, but that was okay. Was it perfect? No. Was it good? No. But you know what? For a film with no budget, no famous actors, no famous director, only a silly title really to back it up, it does really well. I mean, of course it's absurd. The story's absurd. And the plots take way too long to come together. But this is a film that never pretended to be anything else than just a silly horror comedy crossover. And for what it is, I enjoyed it. I'm ashamed, but I enjoyed it. And, I think it did what it wanted to do well. Rather well. So, I don't know if I go as far as to recommend it, but it's definitely fine for human consumption. Well, that was weird. Kind of anticlimactic. I guess subconsciously I kind of wanted that one to be ass. Get me the asylum.
His balls fell right out.